Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Megbert's Musings. I'm going to make this quick, because I know people don't like watching very long videos, so I created one last night. It was like 20 minutes. Way too long. So, I cut down the content a little bit. Okay, first off, I'm going to post links to everything I talk about, so that you can read more about it. Be curious. Always be curious. As you can see, I got a new set. It's my couch. It's better than the blank wall behind my bed. See my whiteboard up there. Maybe talk about that next time. Okay, first thing about gaming. A couple games I'm looking forward to. Maybe you haven't heard of. Should probably take a look at. First one is Firefall. It's by the guys who did Tribes 1 and 2. And I believe a couple of ex-Blizzard developers. It looks really fun. It's going to be smooth. It's an FPS, team-based advancement FPS, so customizable weapons, gear outs, all that sort of stuff. Graphics are really well done. There's a developer gameplay trailer I'll link to. It looks like a lot of fun. It has jetpacks, guns, bugs. What more could you want? Next up, Infinity: The Quest for Earth. It's an MMO, space-based MMO. It's going to take place somewhere far in the future, I'm guessing, obviously. That is going to be based on space combat, possible ground combat, space stations, all kinds of stuff. They have a really cool engine that allows you to fly from outer space all the way down the planet's surface with no transitions, no loading screens, anything like that. And it's supposed to be a procedurally generated universe, so it's going to have approximately somewhere in the estimated range of 200 billion star systems, which is ridiculous. And each client for each individual person randomly creates their own star systems and stuff, and then syncs with the other clients, so everybody's flying around the same universe. Hopefully they'll have the content for it. I don't know. I think they're still working on the combat and other mining, usual stuff you do in outer space, wormholes, whatever. And that looks like it might be really excellent as well. Post a link to some of those videos. I think they have them out on YouTube. What have I been... That's all for upcoming games. I'll cover some more next time. Games I've been playing right now. Nothing, really. Only one I played a little bit. It's called Machinarium. A little indie puzzle adventure game. Really beautifully done. Pretty cheap. Well worth a playthrough for the price. I'll link that too. Let's see here. I'm going to start doing section favorite website of the day. Website, that's supposed to be a website, on your computer screen right there. Most people already know about this one, so don't even worry about it. It's called reddit.com. It's a social news aggregator, similar to Dig, but better. Dig sucks. It's very simple, so it might be boring, but there's a lot of content that gets shared and posted. Good stuff, bad stuff, shitty stuff, all kinds of stuff. And it's a good community, so check it out. I'll do something a little less mainstream next time, that maybe you haven't heard of, that's actually useful. But it's where I get a lot of this stuff that I read and probably going to talk about. Next up, something I read on Science Daily about baby speech recognition. It actually ties into some earlier studies that were done about how if you speak to a baby as if they were an adult, they learn better, they learn sooner, they can read sooner, all of that. This study shows that based on MRI readings that they took of a baby's brain, an adult's brain, they process the words that are spoken to them exactly the same, or very close to the same, even though a baby's vocabulary isn't there and built up yet, which, speaking to them as an adult will allow them to have a most excellent vocabulary, and then they can use it to be the douche of the day to their friends, and you will never hear the end of it. Like, I have never heard the end of it ever. I will always... That joke is gonna suck. Inside joke. Anyways, it's an interesting little article about the study, and I will post that too. This past week, CES, Consumer Electronics Show, took off, and there was a lot of gadgets on hand. Seems to be this is the year of touch. Lots of touching. Maybe not the creepy guy next to you on the bus, but your computer screen, your cell phone, your television, your computer dash in your car, whatever. And the more the better, because touch is very intuitive and it just has to be well done. A lot of the UIs suck and the computers aren't powerful enough to really take use of it, but they're getting there. A couple of things that came out. I work for Acer, but I don't know anything new, like insider information, so don't ask. But sometimes we do put out cool stuff. That interesting concept. We'll see if it actually works. We have a notebook or tablet. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna say it is yet. Called the Acer Iconia. It is a dual screen laptop, so it has the regular screen up top, and in place of the keyboard and touchpad, it has a second LCD, which is full touchscreen. Has some social media controls, apps that you can bring up, probably just your regular applications. But both screens work as scroll screens, so if you have a really long website, you can read them both at the same time. It's an interesting idea. We'll see if it works. It's probably going to be a pain in the ass to actually fix and work on when we get them at some point. Next up, it's a tablet that's been getting some really good reviews from the show floor. Some best of, I believe CNET gave it the best of, maybe Engadget too. It's the Motorola Zoom. It's a honeycomb tablet, which is Android 3.0, which has been built essentially for touch interface of tablets, and designed around making it really easy to use on the tablet for whatever you want to use your tablet for, and all the apps that come along with Android. So all the free apps, all the paid apps, all the crappy soundboards, all that kind of stuff. It's a dual core, 10.1 inch screen, pretty snappy. There's some good videos out there. I'll post a couple of them. And Microsoft showed off a new version of their Surface, which those guys have some ridiculous research and development capabilities. Just really, really smart people. They last year or a year or two, they showed off Surface, which was just a big giant box with a projector, infrared projector, so it could see where you were touching the screen, stuff that was on the screen. It would detect. It might know if you put your credit card down on to pay a bill, stuff like that for restaurants. Interesting stuff. Never really went anywhere in most places. It's really expensive. This second version shrinks the box to a 4-inch like television practically, and they have new tech. Instead of infrared like projection cameras, every single pixel is its own little infrared camera, which is pretty damn cool. That means every point that you touch on the surface is going to be read accurately and hopefully very quickly. And the computer that they put in these machines is pretty good too. They have the mounted one for your coffee table or bar table, and then wall mounted ones for CNN because they love their maps, and John King loves to play with his stuff on the wall. And then the final thing today is Sandy Bridge. The new Intel CPU grouping came out yesterday, 2 days ago, the 9th. I think it's the 9th, 2 days ago. And Nentech has a really in-depth, good review. They always put up something really interesting, in-depth. They have a couple of articles about the die and everything that goes along with it. And it is something I would suggest reading if you're interested at all in how your computer works. Maybe, like I said, be curious. As the benchmarks, it looks like a really good chip. Hopefully it'll bring prices down on the older i7s, but these ones look like they might be worth it if you were waiting to build a new computer. That's probably what you want to go with. And I'll get all those links all in the box thingy down below, somewhere, wherever they'll fit, whatever. And that's it for episode 2 of Megbert's Musings, and I'll catch you later.